you still don't know about this, you and your dog are missing out. Visit dogmanews.com and join the movement now. Be our premium member today with 14 days trial. And enjoy the perks. Dog Mom News, your access point to dog tips, trends, and more.
Dog Mom News is a digital platform where we highlight the unique relationships between dogs and dog moms. There's so much to talk about and so much to explore. Now, with Dog Mom News Live and in our show, we're going to be talking about a variety of topics, and you're going to be hearing from expert canine professionals, females in their industry who are doing amazing things. We're going to talk about topics of interest that some are serious and some are funny, but we're going to talk about dog health and viral dog videos and memes and posts from social media. So that's, of course, the fun, but we're also going to get really practical, and we're going to share training tips with you. And we're going to share, how you can work on your dog's nutrition. We're going to look at competitive sports and grooming, and we're going to hear from dog moms with huge hearts who are doing great things in their community and a lot of nonprofit work. Now, we want to make sure that you get involved in the movement. Of course, go to dogmomnews.com to learn more about what we're doing and to get involved. Hello and happy Thursday, everyone. I'm Corrina Sullivan. You are watching Dog Mom News Live. I say Thursday and I want to say Thursday because I look forward to this time with you every single week. We have a fantastic show lineup for you today, and you will not want to miss a second. You know, some of you watching, you may be joining us for the first time. Thank you. And wondering, what is Dog Mom News Live? Well, we'll begin with what is Dog Mom News. And Dog Mom News is a media platform that's dedicated to highlighting the unique relationship between dogs and their dog moms. As far as Dog Mom News Live goes, we are a weekly, live, multi-stream digital simulcast, and we highlight all of the wonderful things happening in the canine world. We talk to female canine professionals like veterinarians, nutritionists, groomers, social media influencers, the whole gamut about topics that you care about as dog moms. So we cover a lot of territory like canine health and viral dog videos and funny memes. So it's a good mix of serious and fun, of course. We also like to look at training for dogs and also more serious topics like nonprofits and giving back to the community. So here at Dog Mom News, we have a lot of fun, and we also do our part in making sure that you have the best possible experience and the strongest possible bond with your canines that you love so much. So we want to ask a big favor of you today. We want to ask you to join the movement. You can do that by visiting dogmomnews.com, but you can also do that by liking this video, by commenting. And for those of you on YouTube, we want you to subscribe and ring that bell, because when you do, you help us grow and you find out about fresh content as soon as it's put out there. So be sure to like and subscribe. Now, today is jam-packed, as I mentioned, so much to look forward to today. We are talking to the wonderful Jessica Williams. She is a blogger, and her blog is called You Did What with Your Weiner? So she has so much fun, so much great content. She obviously has a sense of humor, so you'll definitely want to hear from her. We're also going to talk to the fabulous Dr. Jessica Allen. Dr. Allen is a traveling vet, so she's going to share with us some of her experiences from the field, and we're also going to have a really fun lightning round Q&A segment, so you definitely do not want to miss that. Also, stay tuned because we're going to be talking about our next photo contest, and it is going to be a lot of fun, and it has a special twist. So you'll want to stick around to find out about the big prize. So who doesn't love getting a little pocket change to shop for your canine companions that you love so much? And it's not necessarily little. Every little bit helps, but you'll want to hear all the details. But first, as always, we are going to start from the news desk with our doggy news headlines. First up, the FDA says dogs can join owners at outdoor dining. The FDA updated its guidance on dogs in indoor and outdoor dining areas, allowing restaurants outdoors to permit dogs where approved. That's key. The rules state that if dogs are allowed, it must be for all breeds, so no discrimination, and they cannot be permitted indoors or where food is prepared. However, it is still up to the restaurant's discretion whether to allow dogs. Owners should ensure their dogs are well behaved, groomed, and trained in basic commands before bringing them to the restaurant. Reactive or hyperactive dogs just may not be suitable for this environment. Up next, a dog mom mama bear story. A woman sees a couple walking her stolen dog, and she walks up and she snatches her dog back. She offered a $3,000 reward and put up posters in Brooklyn after her senior Chihuahua Fidel was taken from a park. And when I say she, I mean the very bold Jessica Gray. After 2 days, someone gave her a tip and she found Fidel in the Carroll Gardens neighborhood. Now, she took Fidel from the couple who had him, and then she drove away safely, believing that the couple had actually obtained him from someone else. Very sneaky. Now, despite possible illegality, she says she has no regrets for rescuing her dog. Now, this story falls into the flat out wrong category. A pregnant dog was locked in its backyard and left behind when its family moved away. Makes you so sad, doesn't it? A pregnant and ill boxer named Java was found in a rental property, and the previous family refused to help. The rescue was full, but thank God for Karen from Lost Pet Found Pet. Now, Karen found boarding for Java at a clinic, and it's there that Java gave birth to the 9 puppies that you see here. They were later taken care of by the Florida Boxer Rescue. After receiving medical treatment, Java and her puppies were adopted by a loving family. And we always love a happy ending. A broken-jawed puppy heals right up and finds her wild side. Boo, a hearing-impaired puppy, was found on the roadside with a broken jaw. Ouch. Now, after surgery, she was taken in by foster mom Veronica and her family. Despite having a feeding tube in her neck and being confined to a pen, Boo recovered and was soon playing with Veronica's other dogs. Her recovery was, of course, a victory, and her mischievous personality made her all the more lovable. What a cutie pie, Boo. Now, lastly, thank goodness for the angels and the heroes among us. A man ties a husky out on a chain to waste away after his wife divorces him. Finn, the husky, was left tied up outside without food, without water, or shelter for, get this, 2 years. 2 years due to a bad divorce. Pet Angels Rescue found him in a state of extreme emaciation, but he amazed everyone with his resilience. Now, despite the lack of attention and, of course, affection, he enjoyed playtime and social interaction. Finn is now named Fonzie, and he has since recovered, and he lives happily ever after in his forever home. We want to give a big, big thank you to Pet Angels Rescue for helping Fonzie. What a great story of love and care. And those are your headlines for the week of April 27th, 2023. If you happen to be on the internet or on social media and you see a story that you think we need to know about and perhaps that we can share, be sure to tag us at Dog Mom News on social media. And now it is time to welcome our first guest today in a segment we call Dog Mom Biz. Jessica Williams is the creative force behind the blog You Did What with Your Weiner? It is a blog dedicated to debunking and breaking widely held stereotypes about her favorite dog breed, Dachshunds. Now, of course, Jessica is passionate about enriching the lives of Dachshunds through hiking and camping and traveling, and of course, through them having the right mental stimulation. Jessica joins us live from the beautiful state of Washington. Jessica, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Well, I know you have a wonderful sense of humor, but I want to know the whole story. How did you come to love dogs?
Well, I mean, I always loved dogs. I grew up on a urban farm before it was cool.
Sure.
We had all kinds of animals, and we had cats and dogs, and I loved them all equally. I was more partial to cats. And then when I got older, I just couldn't have the responsibility of a dog. And so it wasn't until I was in college in my geology program and I saw people bringing their dogs to our camps to hike with us that I just completely fell in love and was obsessed and wanted one as a hiking buddy.
And then you became a dog mom yourself. And it's like,
Yep.
Once you experience that kind of love, you're hooked, right?
Yes. I mean, I could never go back. I can't imagine.
That is great. Now, you have such a fascinating background. I want to know about this transition from you from environmental services to having this very popular blog about dachshunds. How did all this happen?
Yeah, gosh, well, accident, I guess.
Sure.
A lot of things in life happen that way. But
Yes.
so when I was in college in geology is when I decided I was obsessed. All of a sudden, switch, cat wanted a dog. And then when I graduated, I moved in with a friend who had a dachshund, and I actually wanted a Rhodesian Ridgeback, but still couldn't have one at that point. And so her dachshund kind of became my dachshund, and she ended up working out of town a lot. And I traveled all the time, and someone had to watch him, so I just took him with me, hiking, camping, running, visiting friends and family. And so he kind of became my companion, and eventually he became mine for good when we moved apart. And he was the only dog for 8 years. And then I adopted a second dachshund, and that's when I started my blog.
That is so sweet. And what is it about this specific breed that just you're so drawn to and you love so much?
Well, like I said, I originally wanted a big dog, and it wasn't because I had anything against small dogs. They just weren't really on my radar because I wanted an adventure companion. But when I ended up with the dachshund, I literally looked down at him one day and was kind of like, well, it's you and me. And I didn't really know, although I hadn't thought of a small dog as an adventure companion, I didn't realize the stigma against them and how many people didn't think they could be active. And so I just started doing things with him, and he loved it. And then I realized I don't have to have a big dog, and a small dog is so much more convenient. And I just loved their personality. They're very athletic. They're very curious. They're very motivated.
They always, are a great conversation starter too. I don't think I've ever met a person that doesn't look at a dachshund and go like, oh, wow, they are just so unique and fun. Oh, it's great. So you wanted to learn WordPress and you decided to start a blog. I mean, what was that process like for you?
Well, I was in a program, so I was working as an environmental scientist, and I was working within my department on internal and external communications, which included revamping the website. And outside of that, I was taking a life coaching program, become a life coach. And this was early on, before WordPress was the platform to use. And the instructors kept saying, when you build a website, it has to be on WordPress. That's the new biggest thing. And I've always been an early adopter. So I had that in the back of my mind that I have to figure out how to use this thing, but I wasn't ready to launch a coaching website. And then when I adopted my second dachshund, I took her for a hike the day after we adopted her because we needed to prove if she was going to fit in or not, if we needed to modify her lifestyle, and she loved it. And so that day I just decided I'm going to learn how to use WordPress. I'm going to start a blog and call it You Did What with Your Wiener.
There you go. And aren't you so glad you did? Because it's wildly popular. It's amazing. Yes. So, just talk to us about that. I mean, obviously that's a unique name. I mean, people just kind of snicker. It's something that captures attention. But then once you start the blog and you get it going, this is so much more than just capturing attention. You want to, debunk any stereotypes and things out there. And there's so much on your website to enjoy, on your blog, I should say.
Yeah, well, I've been blogging for a long time, so there is a lot of material on there. So yeah, I started the blog, and I basically just started, like I said, to learn how to use WordPress. Blogging was still in its infancy back then. I was still considered a very early adopter as a blogger, and I want to share my videos and pictures, or my pictures and my stories, with friends and family without posting it all to my Facebook feed. It's like separate it, another bucket for it to be in.
Sure.
So that's really how it started. But almost right away, I realized how dachshund owners are really fanatic about dachshunds. And
yes,
a lot of people came into my blog because we were one of the first dachshund blogs online. And so people were drawn to that, but they were drawn to our stories and our adventures. And even if they weren't adventures themselves, they kind of wanted to see what we were doing and where we were going. And I really just built a community around that. It's about building trust and finding your people. Not all dachshund owners like my style, but you can't be for everybody. So
not everybody's ever going to love you. You need to be comfortable in your own skin and have a good time, right, Jessica? I love it about you. I love that authenticity, and I love that fun, Also, a lot of times people think that dachshunds are more like indoor pets, or, they're better for people who have maybe mobility issues. But what I love is that you shine a light on, look at all these crazy, fun, adventurous things that dachshunds can do too. Give us some examples. You said hiking, run through some of the interesting story highlights or some of the most popular.
Well, yeah, our main activity is hiking. We also camp. But when I say hiking, adventure means different things to different people. And when I say we're going to adventure and I say we're going to hike, even today, 10 years later, I'm getting new followers all the time. When I say I'm going to hike, I can tell by their responses a lot of the time to questions I have around it, that they're picturing a flat stroll in the wood for 3 miles. But my first and second dachshund, I'm on my second and third right now. So that the one in the middle, she's still here. But my first and second dachshund, they both hiked a trail with me, which is one of the hardest trails in the Pacific Northwest. And it's over 1,800 feet of elevation gain a mile. It's only about 2.5 miles. And they hiked that twice. I thought that I wasn't going to make it, but they acted like it was no big deal. But I have other friends that take their dachshunds out rock climbing. Obviously, the dachshunds aren't rock climbing, but they hike in, and they, trained dogs, they call them. They hang out while their owners climb and everything.
Yeah, and we can also have adventure in the mundane, right? Like going to the post office or going to the store. I mean, why not highlight it and just
adventure,
take them as we go.
Define it. Yeah.
Right. Now, we know that dachshunds as a breed can sometimes have back issues. So do we have to be careful when we're out adventuring with them? What's your take on that?
Yes
and no. There we go.
It is true. Dachshunds are the breed most prone to back injuries. And it's caused primarily by something called intervertebral disc disease. So it's a spinal disease, and it's related to the dwarfism gene. There's a few dogs who aren't just shrunken down versions. They actually are. They have a dwarf. I can't pronounce.
It's really interesting.
I can't pronounce it, but it's got a fancy scientific name.
Sure.
Yeah. And that makes their spine. The dwarfism gene can come with this disease that makes their spine age prematurely and become brittle. So That is something to be aware of. 25% of dachshunds do have an injury. Now, the interesting part and part of how I'm breaking stereotypes is when people hear that, they think, oh no, I don't want my dachshund to have a back injury, so I must protect them, keep them inactive, quiet in the house, laying around, things like that. And in reality, that's almost making it a higher risk that something is going to happen.
Sure.
Because they need to stay strong, a healthy weight. They need to stay fit. They need to have strong spine supporting muscles. So it's actually better to let them be active and kind of let them live on the edge, you might say.
Yes,
So that's
I mean, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Sure, it makes total sense. You know, I mean, honestly, we want to be careful and responsible dog owners, right? But if we're all honest, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. You only live once. So enjoy life with your animal, right? Be safe, but don't be afraid to have fun and get out there and enjoy life. I love that you have that attitude. Like, here are the things we can do versus the things we can't do. I think that that is an awesome attitude. So Jessica, who would find your blog interesting? Do you have a certain demographic that's drawn to the blog?
I have a wide variety. To be honest, most people that follow me aren't actually active themselves, so I have a lot of content around hiking and camping. A lot of people don't do that and aren't interested in starting that. But there is a small fraction of people who find my blog because they'd like a small dog that can be active, and so they see examples on my blog and then end up following me for tips and advice. But the majority of my audience, they might travel with their dog. But a lot of them are just, you know, homebodies kind of. They like to stay local and hang out, but they really care about their dachshund's health. So I cover a lot of health topics, training, behavior, that information also. And it kind of crosses over. You have to have a healthy dachshund that's pretty well trained in order to go out and travel and hike and camp.
Makes total sense. And I know that you've inspired a lot of people to go out and get a dachshund of their very own. And I'm also really happy that you're seeing so much success with your website. What do you, I mean, with your blog, I should say, excuse me, what do you attribute to this visibility and also like the number of visitors that you're actually seeing?
Yeah, I think the number one thing is I'm very, the number one thing is building a community around kind of your beliefs or your information, your message. But that involves, you know, building trust. You have to find the right people. I do that. I have a in-person dachshund club that I started here in Washington State. I'm in the process of expanding it to be national. So some people find me that way. A lot of people find me from just Google search or social media. We're on Facebook, very active community there, and then also on Instagram. And so that kind of funnels everybody in. And then often they're impressed with the professionalism of my website and the variety of information that I offer. And I've been studying dachshunds full time. I left my government job in 2012. I have literally, my job is studying dachshunds. I've been doing it full time for over 10 years.
Wow, you go, girl. Do what you love and love what you do. And I love too that you have this kind of coaching mentality about you. You wanted to be a life coach and now you're even a blogging coach, right? At times. So maybe say someone's watching and they're thinking, oh, I've always wanted to start a blog about my golden doodle or my cockapoo or my German shepherd. What advice do you have for dog moms watching who might want to do that?
So you want to decide which platform you want to use. You say blog, but I know you mean that could be microblog, which is social media, or a podcast or YouTube. Find your platform. It's got to be something you love and that you can stick with and that doesn't frustrate you to use. Then think of what kind of content you're going to offer your audience. Kind of envision who your ideal audience is and speak directly to them when you're writing the content or producing it. And you want to try and be unique. Like, there's a lot of dachshund information on the internet. I'm unique in that I am, you know, I try and say it like it is. I try and present information that's a little bit outside of the norm regurgitated information that you're finding out. So, you know, I always tell people, I tell my blog coaching clients, think of Cosmopolitan magazine or some magazine that's been around for decades. And you look at an edition 30 years ago, a lot of the topics are exactly the same. as you would today see them on the shelf. But there's a different spin on that information. So your idea, whatever you're going to start, you want to put your own spin on it, your own lens. That's what makes you unique, not necessarily the information, but how you're presenting the information and how you see the world in pet care and being a dog mom.
Makes total sense. You know, you want to capture that attention, but then you want to keep it, right? And then we don't want to waste people's time because there are just so many options out there for them. So such great advice today, Jessica. I've loved chatting with you. Is there anything else that you'd like to add for any dog moms watching today?
You know, just if I wanted to say overarching, like if you have a dream, work and make it happen. Mine all really started even before the coaching and the wanting to learn WordPress and stuff. I want to figure out how I can stay home with my dogs all the time and devote my life to their health and care and spend as much time hiking with them as I could. And now you're looking at me. I started my blog in 2010. So it takes a long time to build. But you know, it's a long-term plan. Come up with a long-term plan. You can make it happen. You only live, like you said, you only live once. Go after what makes you happy. So.
And have that patience and have that endurance. I love it.
Persistence, yes.
And that persistence, all of it. We need it all. But just do it. Life is too short. Jessica Williams, author of the popular Dachshund blog. You did what with your Weiner? You are a joy. Thank you so much for making time for us today.
Thanks for having me on.
Take care, Jessica.
Right.
Bye-bye. Well, if you love this video, of course you do, and this content, we want you to go ahead and like and subscribe on YouTube, because when you do, you not only help us, but then you get to hear about all of the latest content that we're putting out there, and we're putting out a lot. In fact, right now we're heading into this next segment that we call Barks and Rec, and when you're on YouTube, you get to see past Barks and Rec. There are a lot of them, and we have so much fun watching these videos. So get ready for Barks and Rec. He saw his chance. And opportunity strikes. He goes in, he takes, and he enjoys, and it tastes so, so good. My dog says good morning differently. And boom! Ouch, at least she's laughing. Once you run into the glass door, you develop a trust issue. The treat is right there. I want to go. Mom, I want to go. I don't know if I can go. I'm scared, Mama. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Can you do it? And yes, the treat worked. You know what to do, dog mom. There you go, buddy. Good job. All right. And you'll never guess what I was dreaming about. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Dreams come true. Give him some more. He cannot get enough. What a cutie. It's the squinted eyes for me. Just dog mom laughing. I would too. You cannot see me. Yes, you cannot see me. Look at him. So cute. Dog saying, can you move? Come on, get out of my spot. But here's the thing. He does it. Who's in charge here? He's the king of the couch. The dog is the king of the couch.
I'm just gonna scooch in.
And sticking with the couch theme, this makes me sad. All that work down the tubes. Okay, he loves watching scary shows except for the scary parts. Feel you, bud. He wasn't happy about his dad telling him off, so boom. Get out of here, Dad. Hanging up on you.
What did you do?
What did you do?
What?
Let's just hug.
You do?
That's in the past.
What did you do?
You know my kisses make this all better, right? When your dog gives you kisses like that, like how could you possibly stay mad? There's no way. I love it. That was just what I needed, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. Okay, now we are moving on to our veterinary segment. It's time to check in with the doctor in Dr. Dog Mom. Dr. Jessica Allen is a traveling ER veterinarian. She's also a dog mom, and she joins us live from Warner Robins, Georgia. Today, we get to talk to Dr. Allen about her incredible career, what it's like traveling as a vet, and then we're also going to be doing a very exciting lightning round Q&A. Dr. Allen, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, I love that video every time with the golden retriever. Not so sure about the glass door. I was about to fall out of the chair.
It was the funniest thing. I mean, with the paw, like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? I had a dog run into the glass door at our house, same thing. Like, he just could not get past it for a while, Shaggy, but I'm happy to report he has recovered. But next time, I'll be using the bacon too. I mean, is that not the best? Oh, so Dr. Allen, where did your love for animals come from?
You know, I think it was ingrained in my soul when I was formed. I have always had a passion for animals, and there's really no explanation except for it's truly who I am. It's in there.
That's the best. It just started from a young age, and this passion ignited. So no doubt you've bonded with animals young, and it's like when you have that special bond with a pet, there's like really nothing like it. So it doesn't surprise me that you decided to go on and become a vet and work in veterinary medicine. Was there a defining moment when you said there's nothing else I want to do?
I think really the point was I found animals and any type of critter in my yard. And at the time I found it almost derogatory. I didn't embrace it, but they would call me Ellie Mae Clampett because there was always some little animal I had found. And so as far as a career choice, I couldn't articulate the word veterinarian, but I certainly knew that I wanted to take care of animals and make them better and be in their lives and them in my life from the youngest of ages. It's just always been with me.
Oh, that is so sweet. And no doubt you bring that love and compassion to your practice wherever you travel. So we talked about the fact that you're a traveling veterinarian, you're an emergency critical care vet. How did you get into that segment of your industry?
I've always really been drawn to emergency critical care, those a little bit more complex cases. I like puppies and kittens, sure, but just seeing healthy dogs and puppies all day long didn't really push the challenge that I needed. It became a little monotonous for me. And I found that those tough cases that the other doctors may have kind of shied away from, those were the ones that I was really drawn to. Had a little bit of a natural knack for thinking under pressure and realized it was a better fit for me. But being such a stressful part of medicine, it could be something that finding your right perfect fit, that niche in the world, is really hard. And to kind of balance that challenge out, I started spending time in small increments at various hospitals. So I do the Southeast, I do Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee, and I travel to different emergency hospitals to give their current doctors, or to give the current doctors a break, or if they're maybe not fully staffed, try and help reduce the burden for a week or so, because we really want to make sure that everybody's getting work-life balance. And so I find my balance by plug and play into different situations, and that helps me to help my peers.
I love that. And a little bit of variety, a little bit of travel, as you said. What are some of the common ailments that you see among animals?
Oh, sure. The most common things that I see in the Southeast are heartworms, and a lot of heartworm non-believers. Trust me, they're real.
Oh,
that
yes,
can be a talk for another day.
But listen to Dr. Allen right now. Go, Dr. Allen. Tell him why it's important.
If you've never seen a mosquito in your house, you're closing your eyes. Even if your pup is indoors only, heartworm is a really serious disease, and the range of heartworms is expanding. So it's not just Georgia, Florida. Yeah.
Yes.
And this is something that's 100% preventable. That is probably the biggest heartbreaking news that I have to give is, hey, your pet has heartworms. They're already causing damage to the heart. We need to do something now, but we could have prevented it. So that is the number one big one that's probably the most heartbreaking part to deal with. But I see two other things very commonly, and that's not limited to practicing in the Southeast. We have got a pet endemic issue with obesity. Our dogs, and I'll even see pups, they are massively overweight, and that shortens their lifespan. It's too much pressure on their joints, too much work for their heart and their lungs, and it's just not fair to them.
And what are your top tips for preventing obesity in dogs?
Well, sure, they don't have thumbs, so they're not measuring the food. They're
Right.
just taking advantage of the situation.
Yes.
Their critical thinking says, Mom gave me food, I'm going to show my appreciation and I'm going to polish that food off.
Right.
So being cognizant of the calories, asking your vet, hey, is my dog at an ideal weight? If not, asking, well, do we need to lose 5 or 10 pounds? Find a goal weight, work towards it slowly. So developing a plan, very, very important. Cutting calories isn't the only thing. You can burn more calories. I know I do too. So taking my dog on a walk helps me and my dogs.
That's so right. You're bonding. You're both getting your steps in. What's not to love, right? And then you said there's another issue that you tend to see. And what in particular is that third issue?
So the third issue that I see that rounds out the majority of my cases is severe dental disease. And most of these pets have 2 of the 3. They're either going to be overweight and have dental disease, or overweight and have heartworms. So this is not, oh, these are just the top 3. They can happen all 3 together. But dental disease can be really, really sneaky. Our pets are tougher than we are. Their pain threshold is amazing. Their resilience and ability to recover, outstanding. So we can have some really sick teeth, and the only thing that the pet parent might notice is some foul breath. And they come to me and say, Doc, I really don't like how Fluffy's breath is smelling. And I say, whoa, let me show you what these teeth in the back look like. But they have the same problems as us. And we brush our teeth hopefully twice a day, right?
Yes, we better be, right? Yes, if not 3.
And then we go in for those every 6 months cleanings. Well, in an ideal world, your dog will get a cleaning every 6 months too. And we definitely aren't all brushing their teeth twice a day. Most people tell me very proudly that they brush their dog's teeth once a week or once a month. And I just smile because I appreciate the effort. But we've got to step it up a little bit more with those.
Yes. Yeah, come on, dog moms. You're hearing it from Dr. Allen right now. We're going to step it up with brushing our dog's teeth. There we go. Tough love. Love it, Dr. Allen. Now, I also wanted to touch just briefly on a sensitive topic that you mentioned when we were doing the pre-interview conversation. And it's really something that might surprise our audience. You said that there's actually a suicide crisis among veterinary professionals. Can you just touch on what perhaps you attribute that to based on your experience in the field?
Sure. It's something that's really important to me because we're talking about it now, but we weren't talking about it at first. And it's time for everyone to know there is a suicide crisis in veterinary medicine. Our patients are nonverbal. We rely on clues, not from the patient directly, to take care of them. Their care is not subsidized. So a lot of times money does play a role in their care. You may have a pup that really needs a blood transfusion. You can't afford that. But I also, as the vet, can't afford to pay for that for your dog to have it. We just don't have those government subsidies. Insurance is an up-and-coming thing. And so as the veterinarian, it weighs just as heavily on us when we can't save every pet. Absolutely. And we also take a lot of the heat for it, that we're only in it for the money. I can assure you no vet is in it.
That is not true. There is no way.
There are 0 vets in it for the money. Find me one and we'll talk about it, because I'll help you see that you just got a bad impression. Okay. But I'm not the most articulate speaker. If you are interested in hearing about that topic, there is an organization called Not One More Vet. If you go to Not One More Vet, I believe it's .org, you can see a lot of the supporting factors and kind of have that information that's been well thought together and put out, because it's a topic that is so very sensitive, and a lot of us have lost our colleagues, that I don't want to get too emotional or give morbid examples, but I would love for it to be on everyone's radar. And that's a great source for us to send you to for more information.
Thank you so much, Dr. Allen. It's so important for us to educate ourselves and also to know that we're never alone. You know, whether you're a veterinarian or if you're watching right now, you're never alone. And I just so respect and appreciate what you do, Dr. Allen, and what veterinary professionals do every day to care for our animals, to come alongside families who feel like they're in crisis with their pet, and also to give pets the care that they need. So thank you so much for what you do. And thank you for wanting to shine a light on a problem. We really so deeply appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that one of the issues that you feel really strongly about as a vet is debunking myths, right? These clickbait articles that are out there about dogs online. I mean, there's just a lot of bad information. We need to do more fact checking, right? So we want to play a game with you, and you're so kind to play along with us. It's sort of a rapid fire question and answer segment where we're going to throw out to you questionable statements, and then you get the opportunity to either debunk or verify them. So you are a trooper, and I'm so excited to get started on this right now. Are you ready, Dr. Allen?
Nervous, but ready.
You're ready. I know it. I believe in you. Okay, first question. Do vets know when the owner is lying about knowing their pet's condition? Now, I want to share with you this statement from Phil Zaltzman, DVM, and then you can tell me whether you agree or you disagree. He says, if your dog has a 5-pound tumor hanging from his skin, please don't tell me it wasn't there yesterday. What do you think, Dr. Allen?
Absolutely. Can confirm. We could have been born in a barn, but it wasn't last night. We know that that boo-boo has been there for several weeks. That mass has been growing for a number of days. On the flip side, there are some conditions that really do pop up overnight, but we know those too. So, don't try and sugarcoat for us. It'll only be a detractor from getting the right care in the right time.
Right. Don't put on a show. You can see right through it. Okay. Question number 2. Should owners consider getting pet insurance for their dogs? What do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
tell us more.
Yeah, it's up and coming. So some of the programs right now are more of a reimbursement style. So look carefully when you're shopping. You may have to be able to come out of pocket, but they're going to reimburse you for those costs. But it's kind of along the idea that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. If you're prepared ahead of time, then you won't have to make decisions about money during an already stressful time. So I highly recommend that.
Great advice. Okay, retractable leashes, good idea or not a good idea?
Go get it out of the pantry right now. Put it in the trash.
There you go. Right, okay. Oh my. I mean, I imagine. Yeah, there was this funny story. Bernardine Cruz, he's like, don't even go there because, I mean, the thing could break off, the dog could go flying into a car. Anyway, yeah, throw them away. We heard it. Thank you so much, Dr. Allen.
It's the only place for them.
That's the only place. Okay, can raw food diets be dangerous to their owners and children?
Yes, owners, children, the general public. You take your dog out and a senior citizen that doesn't know you pets your pup. And now they've been exposed to some bacteria in the dog's mouth that could be life-threatening for them. It really can be a danger.
There's just such an ew factor there. No. Okay, thank you, Dr. Allen. Now we're going to go to true or false statements, okay? True or false? Cheaper over-the-counter spot-on flea and tick treatments can be extremely dangerous for pets. True or false? True. Okay. So good to know. True or false? Obese pets usually have obese owners.
That's a trick question, but I'm going to go false. Everyone can have an obese pet. At my house, we have ideal weight pets, but a little bit heavy people. So false. Anybody can have a fat pet.
There you go. And should we just pick up the dog food in between feedings, right? That's one way. We got to minimize it. We've got to do all those things. But I said rapid fire.
If the dog is walked away from his portion, you can pick it up.
There we go. Okay, true or false? Do dog parks. Okay, dog parks. Are they dangerous? Should we go there? Should we not? More risk? They get exercise. What do you think? Good idea or not?
Mixed bag. I say true. I think most vets would say we prefer not to take our dogs to dog parks. There are some that do it well, but the overall answer, I think, for most vets would be stay away.
Okay. Now, true or false, healthy pets don't need vitamins?
Healthy pets don't. True. Yeah. If they're a healthy
Okay.
pet on a well-regulated diet, they don't need those extra vitamins and supplements, a money grab from the pet store.
Oh, that's good to know. You're saving us a little cha-ching here. Okay, last one. True or false? Can you judge a dog's health by its nose?
False. Old wives' tale. Cold, warm,
Okay.
wet, dry. Type it into Google and you'll get any answer that you want, but that is not a good, reliable way for you to detect your pet's health.
You're just debunking all these myths for us. You're amazing, Dr. Allen. Yay, that was the last one. You made it through it. Woo! All right. Way to go, Dr. Allen. Tell us, where can our audience find more information about what you're doing if they want to follow you after the show today?
Sure. I'm a little bit of a social media baby, but on most of the socials, it's at Jessica Allen DVM. But if you want a little bit more of a treat, follow at Miley the Wrecking Dog on Instagram. I have a little smush-faced dog, and she's just a delight. She has a lot more followers than me. I mean, you all can help get me up there. I'd love to work on my presence. But if you want to just see funny dogs and less of the veterinary side, she's a great one to follow.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Dr. Jessica Allen, a traveling ER vet, and just a real joy to be around. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks so much. I had a great time.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, I happen to love dog memes, and I'm sure you do too. So now it is time for one of our favorite segments. It is dog meme time. Let's go. And first up, when your Doberman printer runs out of ink. How genius is this? I love it. And next, all dogs go to heaven. Look closely. Do you see the howling dog? Ooh, and the sunbeams? Oh, heaven. All dogs go to heaven. And next, this one makes me laugh. Oh, where is the dog hiding? He obviously does not want to take a bath, but buddy, this is a fail. We still see you, and you sure are cute. Anyway, okay, our next one. Me saying I can take constructive criticism versus me actually receiving it. Tears, sad face. Well, from the saddest dog I've ever seen to about the happiest dog I've ever seen, look at this dog. Does this not make your day? Truly, truly, one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen. By the water, living life and living large. Love you, buddy. And on to the next meme now. When I ask my dog if she wants to go for a walk, it's like serious face, and then crazy. Yes, the answer is yes. Louie Bear, he just hears the word walk and he's like, right now, mom. Right now, mom. Oh, so funny. Love it. Okay, and now our quote of the week. You will never get the dog that you want, but you will always get the dog that you need. Good old Cesar Millan. Thank you so, so much. Well, we want to remind you that if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and push the like button. If you're watching on YouTube, we want you to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. So when you do that, you're going to stay up to date on all things Dog Mom news. So again, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And in case you missed it, we had a big announcement recently about our Dog Mom News Premium monthly membership. You might be asking, what is Dog Mom News Premium? Well, we're going to give you the rundown. In this monthly membership, you get special access to monthly prizes and contests and giveaways. You get expert dog training tips from top trainers. You also get dream vacation getaways and expert tips in pet health and exclusive access to our premium Facebook group. You get expert dog grooming tips. You get helpful tips from dog nutritionists. You also get custom shirts and t-shirts and apparel that you can get, and they're super cute. And you get discount coupons and free stuff in the doggy world. And this monthly membership, it's just jam-packed with so much value and so much information that's designed to enhance the bond between you and your dog. And get this, for a limited time, you can sign up for a 14-day free trial. So just go on over to dogmomnews.com/premium and sign up for your free trial. We know that you're going to love it. Now, let's talk photo contest. Okay, we had our St. Patrick's Day photo contest, and it was a huge hit. We also had a Valentine's Day photo contest, and I'm so amazed by you, the awesome dog moms that just go all out for these things. So many adorable pictures. But now we want to tell you about our next photo contest. All right, drum roll, please. We are proud to announce that Saturday, May 13th is actually National Dog Moms Day. And we'll be having not only a photo contest, but look at your screen there. We're going to have a video contest as well. So that's the twist I was telling you about. It is going to be so great because you dog moms are amazing. So be sure to stay tuned next week because we're going to go through all of how it's going to work and we're going to announce the official rules. But trust us, you do not want to miss out. It's going to be a great time and you will want to get involved. All right, everyone, we have had a great episode of Dog Mom News Live. We have talked to the amazing Jessica Williams of You Did What With Your Weiner. We also talked to Dr. Jessica Allen about her travels as an ER veterinarian. And we had a rapid fire Q&A session and we had a great time. So we just love this show. We love that we get to bring you great content every week. And we want you to get involved. You know, the fun doesn't stop here. You can always go on to dogmomnews.com. You can tag us at dogmomnews when you're on social media. If you happen to see a headline that we should include in the show or a funny meme or funny video. So you can get involved and tag us at dogmomnews. Also, when you go to dogmomnews.com, you'll learn more about our premium membership. You'll get well acquainted with all of the things that we're doing and what we're about. Bottom line is, this is all about strengthening the relationship between you and your dog. We want to give you the highest quality content, and we just want to create a community, and we want you to enjoy the journey with us. So get involved, dogmomnews.com, and tag us at dogmomnews. We also, again, want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and ring the bell on YouTube. When you do that, it helps us grow, and it also allows you to see fresh content right after we post it. So be sure to do that. We also want to encourage you to tune in next Thursday. We have two guests slated to join us. We have Kelly Parker, who's a dog trainer and a business owner. She's doing fantastic things. We are also going to talk with Wendy Patrick. Now, Wendy is a holistic health and she's health-centered, and she's all about helping us learn how to care for our pets in the most natural and humane and loving way. So again, be sure to join us, Kelly Parker and Wendy Patrick. That is next Thursday. So mark your calendars now, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same dog place, same dog channel. We are so grateful that you joined us today, everyone. We hope you have a fantastic few days. The next week, no doubt, will bring many adventures, but remember, you are awesome. And one look in your dog's eyes and you know you are an awesome dog mom. So on behalf of all of us at Dog Mom News Live, I'm Corrina Sullivan. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.